in the case of combo brazing, we were able to take a very, very high-grade beta titanium, in our case 15333, and just so maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't know, is that, you know, there's various grades of titanium and beta titanium in the marketplace. You know, there's 6A4V, there's SB700, there's 1533 beta ti, there's, you know, 911, 811. There's a lot of different formulations. It kind of depends on the amount of vanadium and magnesium and other materials in the titanium. But within all of those grades of ti, there are grades within a grade, so to speak, so that you'll have, you know, in, for example, 1533 beta ti, you'll have, you know, superior grade, and you'll have secondary grade, and you'll have lower grade. So what we do in order to make the face thin and make the structural integrity of the material pure and allow us to design and create maximum spring allowable, okay, we use the highest grade of 1533 beta ti in exotics. So what you essentially have is you have a face that is the only one that absolutely is at the limit and maximizes the allowable, you know, currently CT that the USGA allows, and you have a heavier body or the rest of the golf club. So what happens is those two pieces are precision milled to 1/1000th tolerance. It's tongue and groove essentially, and those two pieces then are coated with, and there's a chemical paste or a glue that's applied to the two pieces, and they're form pressed together, and then they go into a huge oven or a kiln. Now these kilns are very expensive. There's not that many foundries that have it, and the entire process, the combo brazing process, takes about 8 hours. So what happens is they computer set and stage, you know, the temperature that these kilns will achieve to max level, and then again appropriately cool back down to end the process. Now the temperature gets up to about 830 degrees centigrade at the height of the staging of the 8 hours, and then again it strategically cools down. And what happens at the end of this process is the two pieces bond together as one, and there's no weld, and you know, the other thing that happens during the process is that any tiny minuscule molecular impurities in the beta titanium are actually cured, so that we have structural integrity all the way throughout the face. We have the thinnest face, the hottest face as far as max allowable spring effect, and the sound and feel of exotics is unlike any other golf club in the world. And the reason for that is, again, weld, in this particular case, can cause some inconsistencies. You know, you don't have an overall sound and feel that you get with a combo brazing process. So, yeah, plus again, you're maximizing, you know, the energy transfer that you know you achieve with the combo brazing process. So, again, we use superior suppliers. We use the most premium, high-end products that are available in metals and in everything that we do. We use premium materials. You know, the foundries that we utilize are the best in the industry, and they have the capabilities to do that. And, you know, from the original exotics combo brazed beta ti cup face, we've actually been able to add now to our fairway wood lineup, you know, a fairway wood that utilizes not titanium, that's all steel, but utilizes, again, it's brazed process, but it utilizes a material called, you know, carpenter steel or brazing steel, and the one that we use is 475. 455 you're probably familiar with. It's a common emerizing material that's been out in the marketplace, but there's also a 465 and now a 475. And what we've been able to do with that material is what they're essentially doing is they're getting steel or a brazing steel metal closer to be able to make it thinner and springier like a beta titanium, and the net result is that we're able to offer an exotics at a marketplace price that's not quite as high and is maybe more affordable or has more mass appeal to golfers than, the Beta Titanium version. So essentially, we have the E8, which is utilizes, combo brazing, cup face, 475 Mirage and Carpenter steel, and then we have, the E8 Tour and the E8 Beta, which utilize, Beta Titanium 1533. With the E8 Tour, we've actually added something on a small head that we felt like was, again, revolutionary, in the golf industry, and that's a laser beam bonding process to bond the cup face to the body. And it basically utilizes a robotic laser beam and ensures the most accurate and minuscule tiny welding points. So the reason we did this again was because we felt like we could, on a smaller head, do some more precise things with weight distribution, and we found this process lent itself to the E8 Tour, which is also our first adjustable fairway wood on the marketplace. The other thing we do is, even in our proprietary shafts, we take and utilize the original design of the branded shaft. We don't cop out, we don't, spray paint or license graphics to be put on our shafts that are, essentially made in, in lower grade, supplier factories. So, when you get one of our inline shafts, you're actually getting, if not the original branded shaft, you're getting a proprietary version that utilizes the technology, that graphite shaft manufacturer has put into the product. And the bottom line is, when you get Exotic's product, and Frank can tell you this, and you get it on FlightScope or TrackMan or any good, fitting, launch monitor, the results speak for themselves, and a lot of that has to do with a good shaft combination with a premier and superior head design. So I'll click over to the next page here. Do you have it? Is Frank? Are there any questions on, what I talked about combo brazing and suppliers and metals and what we do as a company, or should I just continue forward for a while?
No, I don't see anybody raising their virtual hand here. Wait a minute. No, hold on. There is one, Eddie Smith, and I'm going to turn his mic on right now. Go ahead, Eddie.
Eddie, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
Eddie, you there? Maybe he didn't turn his mic on.
Sorry about that. It took me a minute. Yeah, I'm behind the power curve here. Hi, Andy. Thanks for doing this for us.
Andy Stewart's and Corey Moulton here with Tour Edge Exotics Golf. Thanks for attending this webinar. Thank you.
I appreciate it. We appreciate you doing it. Just a quick question before you go on that brazing versus the bonded. Why with the E8 did you not stay with the brazing and you swapped over to the laser bonding? Why wouldn't it be the same process?
According to our founder and owner and chief club designer, again, this is a relatively new process that has been refined, and again, we can achieve different things, in the design of the product as far as how we can utilize internal weight structure, and it just basically lent itself better to a smaller club head that was now attached for the first time to an adjustable hosel, so we can go from 12 degrees to 15.5 degrees. So that was the first question I asked as well. So, but based on testing and performance and tour feedback, and while I have on the line, I can give you a quick overview of Exotics on tour. We've been on tour probably for 7 years now. We have a really good tour rep, Andy Harris, that's well respected and liked and known by all the tour players. We just added a second guy on his team this year, starting at Bay Hill, and we've achieved some remarkable success for essentially having our product in top PGA Pros bags, and the kicker is that we don't pay a dime in endorsement or bonus pool money. So it's a testament to the quality of the product that, you know, players like